Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to day 6 of the Geek Cupboard's Fes-tea-ve Advent Countdown 2022. So here we go, back again with the wonderful T2 Advent Calendar. Open it up and we shall try to find door number 6. Where are you, door number 6? Not on that side, you're over on this side again. Another green door, and the little kind of goal thing says, get out into nature. Okay. That might be quite hard to do today. That might be a bit tricky. I mean, there is a great big park. There is a huge big park behind our house. It's kind of in that direction. It kind of goes all the way over in that direction. It's a big park. I suppose we could do that. The only thing is, by the time the kids are back from school and then I've finished work, it's dark because it's winter here in the UK and it gets dark early. So it might not be the best time at sort of whatever, I don't know, 5:30, 6 o'clock to go wandering about a park with the kids because it will be dark. And the park doesn't have lights or anything, so it'll be pitch black in the park, and it might be a little bit weird, and it'll be very muddy and such like. Not quite sure how we can do get out into nature right now. We might have to put that one on the back burner until the weekend. And then the weekend, we could go out into the park in the daytime, and it'll all be lovely and fun. I suppose we could go in the garden, because the garden is outside, but it's not really nature. I wouldn't say it's nature, but okay. Advent calendar, we're going to park this one for now, and we'll have to come back to it at some point because we can't really do it right now. We're going to have to wait to maybe the weekend until we can go out to the, to the great outdoors and to the park or whatever. But that's okay. We won't forget. I mean, we do this anyway. It's not like we stay inside permanently forever. We do go outside and do stuff. So we'll get that done eventually. We might just not be able to get it done today. Unless I just go and stand in the park for a bit. But that does seem a little bit like I'm trying to sort of cheat the result. So, no, it's okay. We'll do that at some point, Advent Calendar. Just possibly not today. We might have to take a rain check on that one. But, okay, let's see what the lovely tea is contained behind our nature-loving door. That door seems quite tricky to get open. Okay, so the little message, the lovely message, try to be a rainbow in someone's teacup. Okay, slightly unusual message, but right you are. So a flavoured black tea in a bag. Let's turn it over. What have we got? Chai. Okay, complex, spicy and incredibly tasty. Our signature chai blend is a unique classic. Perfect to wrap your hands around on a chilly afternoon. Traditionally brewed with milk and honey. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go with what it says. So how to brew, we'll do that. But it says enjoy with milk and honey. So I will put a dash of milk in and a little dash of honey as well, like a spoon of honey. Just stir it in and we shall have some lovely chai. Okay, that sounds very nice. And now, of course, we need to go to the kettle. And here we are with our lovely freshly brewed cup of chai tea. Or is it just chai? Is the word tea superfluous at the end of that there? I'm not entirely sure. Do you need to say, I've got a cup of chai tea? Or can you just say, I have a cup of chai? I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm sure people in the comments will let me know what's going on there. But whatever the case, we've got a cup of chai in its tea form right here in this mug that we're hopefully going to enjoy in a moment's time. So I added a little bit of milk, just a tiny dash of milk, and it's turned it into that colour. So I don't imagine chai is that strong a tea in itself in terms of how it looks. So we added a tiny bit of milk and it's gone that colour. And then there is a little bit of honey in there as well. I mean, to smell this, it smells amazing. It smells wonderful. It smells like a very, very lovely cup of chai tea or chai, whatever. Hang on. Proper smell. You can smell cloves. You can definitely smell cloves and possibly even a bit of cardamom there as well. It smells wonderful. So let's have a taste, shall we? So yeah, it does have a bit of honey in as well. So here we go. Let's taste this. That is fantastic. Oh, hang on, I'm going back in for number 2 immediately. That is very nice. That's it's got a little bit of that lovely chai flavour. You can taste cloves, there's ginger, there's cardamom in there. That's really good. That's really good. All sorts of wonderful flavours going on. And because we put honey in it, as recommended on the sort of tea bag packet thing, there is a sort of a bit of a sweet taste to it as well. So it's got all those lovely kind of spices and it's got a bit of sweetness to it as well. That's really good. That's very nice. Yeah, that's good. You get an initial, when you sort of have it first, when you first sort of drink a bit of this tea, you get a lovely warm kind of a warmness, I would say, like a nice sort of warm flavour. But then as you sort of, I don't know, swill it round your mouth, is that the right thing to say? But, as you then have it in your mouth for a bit and then you swallow it, you get a kind of lovely aftertaste to it. It kind of changes a little bit and you get more of the sense there's more spices in there. You can taste different things as the tea is, sort of lingering, I would say. That's really good. I like that. That's very lovely. Okay, we've got a lovely tea. I don't quite know where this stands in the rankings of the teas. It's certainly up there. Is it as good as the tea we had on day one? Possibly. It might have just dethroned the whatever it was called, Paxa Peach tea. I think that's probably the best one we've had. Hang on, I need some more. Yeah, that's fantastic. I like that. That's very good. I highly recommend this. Okay, so with some wonderful tea, let's go over to today's question, which comes from Dark Ether. And I saw this and I thought, do you know what? I have to answer this because it made me chuckle because of all the questions that could be answered. Yeah, of so many things, they've decided to ask this, and it's a perfectly valid question. So the question is, I've been watching for a couple of years or so, and one question that has not been answered that I've seen is, what's the duct tape Awoo about? And it's a very valid question indeed. So you might be a bit confused on many levels. So number one, what do I mean by duct tape Awoo? So you might have seen this on the channel when we've been playing survivally type games. So things like Fallout 4 possibly and other survival type things. But most frequently, the duct tape Awoo appeared in Sheltered and Sheltered 2. So, you get duct tape. That's fine. It's, the hardy tape that repairs everything. And you got it in Fallout and you can use it to make things. And you got it in Sheltered and Sheltered 2. And you used it to repair things and build things and craft stuff and all that kind of stuff. And it was an important thing. You had some duct tape and that was okay. But normally, when you say duct tape, you don't say, have some duct tape. You don't sort of pronounce the separate t on the end of duct and then the t at the start of tape. You're saying, I've got some duct tape. So it sounds a bit like duck tape, right? Go with me on this. And then for whatever reason, I've done this for a long time. I've done this not only on the channel. I've done this for many, many years. When I hear duct tape, I also hear something else. In my head, I hear the tune from DuckTales, the Disney cartoon with Scrooge McDuck and Huey, Dewey and Louie. And it was around in the 90s possibly, and they brought it back recently as well. So they did like a fancy new version. I think David Tennant was in it. Did he voice Scrooge McDuck possibly? But the new version appeared. But in the intro song for DuckTales, in the old one and the new one, I believe, although I think there's less of an Awoo-Ooh in the new one, but in the old one, it said something like, every day they're out there making DuckTales Awoo. And then in my head, when I hear duct tape, I just hear duct tape Awoo instead of DuckTales Awoo. And that's where it came from. Because every time I saw duct tape, my brain would leap to, DuckTales Awoo. And that's where it came from. I can see why that would be confusing, because there's many things you might not know. You might not know what duct tape is. You might not know that I have linked duct tape to duck tape, because, maybe you do say duct tape, I don't know, but I think most people say, I've got some duct tape. They're a bit odd if someone, what's that? And you go, yes, it is some duct tape. I don't know, you just sort of go, it's duct tape. And then, you might not know DuckTales, and then you might know DuckTales but not know the intro to it. And yet there are many reasons why you wouldn't know why I say a duct tape Awoo. But it's from DuckTales. Do you know what? I'll put a link if I can find. I bet it must be on YouTube somewhere. I'll put a link in the video description to the DuckTales intro, the old one. I think the new one doesn't have quite as much of a DuckTales Awoo on it, so it's not quite got that So I'll try and find a link to the old DuckTales Awoo intro, and then you can sort of see where I'm going with that. That's it. That's where it came from. But I've been doing that long before I did YouTube stuff. Long before. I mean, maybe sometimes I found it in Fallout 4. I didn't say it, but I think I did a few times in Fallout 4 say, Ah, I found some duct tape. Woo! I'm fairly sure I did say it in Fallout 4 when I did the explosives only run. I might not have said it many times, but yeah, the link was still there in my brain. So yeah, there you go. Now you know. Now you know the secret of duct tape. Awoo! And why I say that very weird thing. And there you go. There you go. There are lots of people now scratching their heads going, right. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit weird. But yeah, there we go. That is why it's from DuckTales. And there is a tenuous link in there somewhere. It's a little bit weird. Don't judge me on that. Okay. Right. Good. All is fine. So, yeah, there we go. I think we can wrap things up now. Just let everyone let that sink into everyone's brains for a bit. And can all be like, oh, this is a bit weird, but okay, I'll roll with it. So yes, there we go. Question answered. I've got some lovely tea. I'm going to have a bit more of this lovely tea. It's very nice. It's very drinkable. It's very readily drinkable because I think you put the tiny bit of milk in and it just brings the temperature down. Just brings it down ever so slightly. And the honey as well might just bring that temperature down. So the other teas you're going to have to wait a little bit. Whereas this, you can just get in there and just drink pretty much straight away. It's really nice. It's full of flavour. It's lovely. So yes, I have this. I will go and enjoy this and finish this. And we shall just go about our daily lives, which is wonderful. So for now, thank you very much for joining me on day 6 of the Fes-tea-ve Advent Countdown. And I will see you next time. The city of Cupboard, it can be full of geeks, very loyal geeks to me. It's this sort of stripy hill. That's interesting. Oh, stripy mountain. Sorry, I downgraded you to a hill. Just really irritate the Norwegians. Everyone had gold. People were lying on beds of gold. They were eating gold. They were trying to wash their hair with gold. There was gold literally everywhere in our empire.